What harsh truth do you prefer not to think about? That right now there are people and other animals who are hungry or thirsty despite the fact that we live in a world where others have access. I try not to think about it, but I also cannot be blind to the suffering of others. There's more to life than one could possibly comprehend in one lifetime. The smartest, most studied agree the act of seeking creates the information necessary to create the void you eventually return to without ever finding the truth, which is information expands with consciousness and ends without ever knowing with certainty what happens next. At any moment you could lose everything. You need to feed yourself every day or you will die in a few, and is not going to be fun. That good things happen to bad people. Like the rapist who won the lottery while in jail. What is an organ where human got the short end of the stick compared to other animals? Most mammals have genes for generating vitamin C. Ours exist but are broken, and so we get scurvy unless we eat food that contains it. Stomachs. I drink puddle water, and all of a sudden I'm on my deathbed. The pelvis. Giving birth only takes so long and causes so much pain because the human pelvis had to shift funky to allow us to walk upright. No other species has such painful labor and delivery, nor as lengthy, as the human race, unless something has gone horribly wrong. Edit. Okay guys, you can stop telling me about the hyenas with pseudo-penises now. Teeth. Sharks can replace their teeth up to 50 times over their lifespan, whilst we can only do it once during early childhood. What is a real double standard that makes your blood boil at the thought of it? When people laugh at someone's appearance just because they're generally known as bad person, but at the same time claim to be against fat shaming. I'll give one. Once heard a story about a guy going to a restaurant with some female friends of his, and the waitress started flirting, rubbing his shoulder and getting real handsy, invading his space and making him uncomfortable. The girls all giggled, but the guy felt genuinely disturbed. If the genders were reversed, this would be unacceptable. Religious people advising and sometimes obligating boys to not do something prohibited, but when it comes to girls, God will judge them. Rapists getting a slap on the wrist while teenagers who kill the adults that abuse them get life sentences. What ingredient automatically ruins a dish for you? Plutonium. Curry. Lethal dosages amounts of anything. I just can't enjoy dessert if I know it's filled with strychnine. Ricotta. It just feels and tastes like uncooked bread dough to me. Anise. Fucking disgusting star-looking thing. Bacon. I get that all us Americans are supposed to love it, but I don't. It's too greasy, too salty, and too fatty. And people try and put it in all sorts of things. Not me personally, but my mom has the gene that apparently makes cilantro taste like soap. The only exception to this is my husband's guacamole recipe, which she will make and eat with no problem. She claims she can't taste the cilantro. Syphilis. What food is regularly overhyped? Nutella. I honestly don't know why everyone is crazy over it. In-Out. Rainbow bagel. Does it taste better than a regular everything bagel? No. Then I'm not paying twice the amount for it. Chipotle. Bacon. Vegan burgers. Also, off-brand hot pizza rolls. Sushi, or those burgers with way too much cheese on them. Wood-fire pizzas. Chick-fil-A isn't that good. Smoke-flavored anything. Nutella. This won't be a popular one, but steak. Lasagna. Cheese. Overloaded oversized burgers. Pizza. Tacos. Pizza. Like it really isn't all that. Avocados. To me they just taste like slimy leaf paste. What fun activity is not fun? Role-playing games at work. To the fake smile, I just read a self-help book. HR and middle managers stop it. No one likes it, and we all kind of hate you for making adults role-play. Crowded zoo, crowded children's museum, crowded aquarium, crowded theme park, crowded water park. Parades. Team building stuff work requires occasionally. They play it up as fun. No. It isn't. It's being forced to hang out with people who normally wouldn't spend extra time together and do things that make us feel silly. Going to baby and bridal showers. Amusement parks where you wait in line all day. Team building fucking disgusting and annoying. Sitting there while people sing happy birthday at you. What does the world need more of today? Critical thinking. Love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. Boobs. Kindness for others. Affordable housing. Patience. Kind people. Love for $200 Alex. Mr. Rogers. Embracing things that unite instead of dividing us. Time. Realization that the media doesn't reflect reality. If you pay attention to the way most real people act, you'll quickly realize the media reflects the outliers rather than the average. Most people focus on their own lives and are generally boring, as it should be. Just pick a topic and you'll find it doesn't affect or apply to most people. Of course, that doesn't stop people from having an opinion about if asked. But that doesn't sell ads. What makes a person strong? Tacos. Having control over one's emotion. Mind. Mind under control. Muscles. The Chickens Brothers. Surviving. Muscles. Calm despite the chaos. Polite despite the rudeness. Love despite the hate. Pishly being to knock someone on their ass. Mentally being secure enough to not give a shit what other people think about you. Not being afraid to fail. Inner peace and self-control. Anything that doesn't kill you, apparently. Absolute bullshit. Hard time. Not physical strength, but rather the ability to restrain oneself from absolutely losing their shit. If the earth was shrunk down to the size of a gumball and you ate it, what would it taste like, and why? You'll burn your tongue, and the ball will most likely burn through you. Earth internal temperature is about 6,000 C. It would taste like salty blood. Dirt probably. Garbage and meth. Pollution. Jawbreaker. Asparagus with just a sliver of a hint of paprika. Why not? Ask Brannick. Salty. Would you eat molten metal of the size of a gumball? Is there a shitty list of these questions on here somewhere, or do you just copy and slightly change the other ones? Mud. The earth is 70 water and 30 land. So yeah, it's basically diluted mud, salt and dirt. If it still had the same mass, it would collapse into a black hole and then explode. If you were on death row, what would your last meal be? Rice and beans. App mozzarella sticks, breadsticks, Alfredo dipping sauce, grated cheese. Entree rotini pasta Alfredo sauce and garlic toast. Dessert fresh-made creme brulee and one of those fudge cakes from Safeway. Stroganoff over sour cream mashed potatoes. My favorite meal on this earth. Pussy. I would ask for some pussy. A bunch of mac and cheese. I am lactose. X to 100B by to 100B edit a word. The key to the jail. Then I poop it and escape lol. A lifesaver. My stomach acid. Veal parmesan with some kind of fancy wine and a cigar. Chicken francese with risotto. If souls don't exist, why am I stuck as a specific collection of cells materialistically? That's just your body. What you are is nothing more than your experience, which changes moment to moment. Consciousness, as far as I can tell, is an emergent property specific to the structure and operation of your brain. People who've suffered from head injuries will sometimes turn into a different person, have emotional changes, memory loss, etc. More evidence that you are connected to whatever processes your brain undergoes. It's better to think of you as a process rather than cells. Lots of extremely complex things form from simple underlying rules. You are that cells. It's hard to escape the reality of your question, yet by answering the sum is greater than the parts, it does answer your question. How do you get the name Bob out of Robert? We call our co-worker Bert. But my stepdad we call Bob or Bobby. Hell if I know. It's up there with why Richards are called Dick. I wonder this too. Or Bill out of William, WTF? Better yet, Dick out of Richard. Same way you get Bill out of William, and Dick out of Richard, and Chuck out of Charles by cheating. Did you know Sally is a contraction of Sarah? And Peggy is an somehow alternative name for Margaret. Robabert. It most likely originated from the hypocorism Rob, short for Robert. Rhyming names were popular in the Middle Ages, so Richard became Rick, Hick, or Dick, William became Will, Gil, or Bill, and Robert became Rob, Hob, Dob, Nob, or Bob. How as a woman would you flirt with other women? I'm honestly not sure. I would need some pointers. Go to gays bars and just be like, hey bitch, wanna smash? Honestly never figured that out. Simply start a conversation. It's worked for me in every situation so far. Target date. That's it. The girls and gays love Target. Most definitely, even though I'm not gay, love receiving and giving compliments, might even kiss you, but that's as far as my BF will let me go, lol. I hear all the women that want to flirt with other women go to Ace Hardware. Or, perhaps, that was just a joke. What movie blew your mind when you finished it? I remember walking out of the cinema thinking that was a waste of an evening after watching the others, only to spend the next week constantly thinking about it and going back the following weekend to watch it again. It was a very, very slow blowing of my mind. The Mist. Watched it only once in 2012, and every few months since, I'll suddenly remember that ending and feel strong emotions. Interstellar and Arrival. The Matrix. Saw it in the theater and walked out thinking, am I a battery? Memento. Dark City. The Prestige. American Psycho. It set me up thinking he was gonna be arrested, sentenced with insanity, or that his lawyer would at least freak out. Instead, I'm just permanently haunted by this confession has meant nothing. What is the best purchase that improves your life? A pet. Buying food and water. 100 worth the money. Toilet paper. Otherwise life can be shitty. A fishing rod. Nut-friendly underwear. 6 pints of lager and a chicken madras. A house. Mail order bride. A decent pair of sunglasses. Computer. Cat adoption fees. AAA. The towing alone, if you get stuck, pays for itself. Beer and pass. Towel warmer. Scissors. Purchase a couple top-notch pairs of scissors and put them in the locations where you will most likely need them, such as the laundry room, the kitchen, and the area where you do your papers.